Hello, we are discussing about GATE 1994 ECE paper, and this question is related to analog circuits. Look at the circuit diagram. This is a MOSFET amplifier and it has voltage gain mu is equal to 50, RD, drain resistance 10 kilo ohms, CGS, CGD and CDS, that is internal capacitances, that is parasitic capacitances between the internal terminals. Since every MOSFET is going to be consisting of three major terminals, gate, drain and source, so there will be capacitances exist at high frequencies. Those capacitances are going to be called as inter-electrode capacitances or internal capacitances or parasitic capacitances, whose value is going to be in the range of picofarads, and that values are given. CGS, gate to source capacitance, CGD, gate to drain capacitance, CDS, drain to source capacitance, and the values are in picofarads. And now for this circuit we are going to draw a small signal equivalent, at mid frequency, and we are also calculating the mid frequency voltage gain, that is mid-band voltage gain and mid-band equivalent circuit we are going to draw for the given MOSFET amplifier. For mid frequencies, remember that one, there will be two types of capacitances present in the circuit. One will be microfarad capacitances, one will be picofarad capacitances. Microfarad capacitances are going to be act as short circuit at mid frequencies, and picofarad capacitances act as open circuit at mid frequencies. And microfarad capacitances will be present only at low frequencies. Picofarad capacitances will be present only at high frequencies, but what we are calculating is only at mid frequencies, so that picofarad capacitances act as open circuit, and if any microfarad capacitance is present, that act as short circuit. Since this circuit doesn't have any microfarad capacitance, we are not bothering about that, and this circuit has picofarad capacitances, that is internal capacitances. It is given with CGS, CGD and CDS. So simply you can neglect this one. This doesn't have any effect at mid frequencies. So at mid frequencies, a MOSFET is going to be having an equivalent circuit like this. This is the MOSFET with gate, drain and source. This is gate and it is drain and it is source. And it is N MOSFET as the arrow source. Arrow is nothing but always implies direction of conventional current. For NMOS, current always flows from drain to source. This arrow indicates drain to source current is flowing. It is NMOS. So the equivalent circuit is going to be looks like this one. Input side is open circuit and output side there is a current source followed by an internal resistance. So this is equivalent circuit. This is drain and it is source. This is gate, VGS plus minus, and it is RD. This current source is nothing but GM-VGS. This is what you can say it as ID. This current source is GM-VGS, and this is the voltage source VGS. So it is small signal equivalent model, which will be consisting of only resistances and current source, because at mid frequencies no capacitance will be present. If you are going to draw a low frequency model, by that time capacitances will appear. If you are drawing high frequency model, by that time also you will get the capacitances, that is picofarad capacitances will exist, but we are going with only mid frequencies. So this is equivalent circuit for the MOSFET. So first step, you have to draw the mid frequency equivalent circuit. For mid frequency equivalent circuit, that is AC equivalent circuit at mid frequencies. For AC equivalent circuit, you must consider DC voltage has to be at ground. This has to be grounded because of two reasons. One is nothing but a circuit consisting of more number of sources. One is VDD, the other is VS. So that if you are going for AC analysis, that is you are considering VS, by that time other voltage source is neglected according to superposition theorem. If you are going to consider VDD only, by the time that is treated as DC analysis, then Vs will be neglected. Okay, so for AC analysis you are considering only AC sources. By that time no other voltage source should be present, so all DC voltages will be treated as shorted, that is simply connected to ground. The effect is neglected. And the other reason we can say in this way, okay, once you have kept the MOSFET in saturation region, it can act as amplifier. So after biasing the transistor to keep in saturation region, then it can act as amplifier, so that if you apply any small signal, that is any input signal Vs, AC signal, then that will cause small variations in the input voltage across gate to source, that will cause the voltage, that will cause the corresponding current changes in the drain current. ID is equal to Gm VGS. Okay, so that variations, whenever you are applying a AC signal, that will cause some variations. AC implies nothing but that itself is variations. Okay, variation in voltage doesn't make any variations in DC power supply, because DC power supply is constant. Since it is not affected by the variations applied at input side, that is variations due to AC signal, so there is no effect in the DC, that will be neglected. So we don't consider that VDD, that is DC voltage sources, they will be treated as zero variations. There is no variations in the DC supply, that is nothing but zero variation, so that will be replaced with 0 volts. These are the two reasons. Okay, now we are going to draw the equivalent circuit for this. So first of all I will draw the equivalent circuit for this transistor symbol. Okay, so this is gate and it is source. Okay, this is source. And it is drain. So from this one there is a current source is flowing. That current source is Gm VGS. Gm VGS. VGS is nothing but voltage from gate to source. So this is gate terminal and it is source terminal. Okay, and from here there will be a drain resistance in parallel. In parallel there is a drain resistance, and current coming in this one is nothing but ID. This is drain terminal. Okay, so from this one, from this source terminal, RS is connected. RS is going to be connected from this source, that is connected to ground. RS value is 1 kilo ohm. And next RL, this capacitor, microfarad capacitor, is going to be act as short circuit. Microfarad capacitor is act as short circuit, so that this RL is between drain and ground, and this RD is also between drain and ground, so that RD and RL, they will appear in parallel. So I am writing a single resistance which is connected between drain and ground, that is a combination of two resistance, parallel combination of two resistances, which I am writing it as RL dash, whose value is nothing but RC in parallel with RL, and that is 20 parallel 20 is nothing but 10K you will get. And gate side is connected with RG of 100 ohms. So this is what RG of 100 ohms, and it is connected with Vs. So this is the equivalent circuit model, small signal equivalent model or AC equivalent model for the given FET amplifier. This microfarad capacitor act as short circuit at mid frequencies. All picofarad capacitors act as open circuit at mid frequencies. Now we need to calculate voltage gain. Voltage gain is nothing but V0 divided by Vs. V0 is nothing but voltage from drain to ground. So simply you can write V0 is nothing but from this point to this one. Okay, we will calculate this now. So this is the given circuit and it is equivalent circuit. So first step we can write it as V0 is equal to, okay, first step is V0 is equal to minus ID times of RL dash. So minus ID times of 10K. This is what first equation. So to calculate V0, what we require is ID value. ID is the current flowing in this direction. So this is the current flowing in this direction, which is ID. And out of this ID, it is flowing into, dividing into two currents. One is GMVGS, the other is this current. So this current is going to be treated as ID minus GMVGS. Okay, this current can be written as ID minus GMVGS. This is a current flowing into RD. So apply KCL for this loop 1. Okay, KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law. KVL at loop 1. KVL at loop 1 is going to be giving in this way: ID into minus ID times of, otherwise you can go same direction, we will assume it as plus ID into RL dash plus current flowing through this RD is ID minus GMVGS. So you will write it as ID minus GMVGS times of small rd minus current going through this one is nothing but again it is ID only. So this is plus ID into RS is equal to 0. So ID terms, if you are taking common, at that time it is RL dash, okay, plus RD plus RS minus GMRD into VGS is equal to 0. GMRD is nothing but mu. You can say it as GM into RD is nothing but voltage gain. Voltage gain will be indicated with mu. So, and VGS, where VGS is equal to, it is very important. VGS is voltage from gate to source, that is voltage at gate minus voltage at source. Voltage at gate is nothing but this voltage, and since it is open circuit, no current flows in this direction. So no input current flows, that is no voltage drop takes place across this RG. So 0 volts is going to be taking place across this resistor. So total Vs is nothing but Vg. Vg will become Vs. Okay, don't confuse this Vs and Vs. Okay, this is Vs given and it is source voltage. So make it as Vs1, otherwise that you will get it as Vs1. Okay, don't confuse. Simply I am writing it as Vs itself. Vg is nothing but Vs, that is applied source voltage. Okay, minus otherwise you can think it as I itself, Vi. Okay, if you are getting confusing, at that time you can write it as Vi. So we will change this one to Vi. Vi minus Vs is nothing but voltage across source. Voltage across source is nothing but voltage from source to ground. Source to ground is nothing but voltage up across this Rs, that is ID into Rs. So we can write it as ID into Rs. So substitute this value instead of VGS. You can write it as ID into RL dash plus RD plus RS minus GM into RD is nothing but mu. VGS is nothing but Vi minus ID times of Rs is equal to 0. Next, so make ID terms one side, so that it will become ID RL dash plus RD plus RS times of 1 minus mu. You will get this one, 1 plus mu, sir, 1 plus mu, minus into minus it will become plus, is equal to mu times of Vi. So this is ID equation, you can write as mu Vi by RL dash plus RD plus RS into 1 plus mu. So V0 can be written as minus ID times, ID is nothing but mu Vi into RL dash divided by RL dash plus RD plus RS times of 1 plus mu. So substitute the given values. Mu is going to be given as 50 and RL dash is 10 kilo ohms divided by RL dash is 10 plus small rd is given as again 10 kilo ohms plus RS is 1 kilo ohm into 1 plus mu. Mu is 50, so that it is around 51. V naught is equal to into Vi. V naught is equal to V naught by Vi. Otherwise voltage gain, mid-band voltage gain is V naught by Vi. So for V naught by Vi, you will get it as minus 500 divided by 51, 61, 71. Minus 500 divided by 71, which is going to be equal to minus 7.04. This is the required voltage gain for the given circuits. Thank you.